Hello, YouTubers, Robert 1979. Guys, y'all can see I've got the truck here. I've already tore it down, but I'm gonna go over with y'all what I had to do to get here. First thing you want to do is take your clamp loose on your intake breather tube from your breather box. Pull your box out of the way. Make sure and unclip the mass airflow sensor. Set it to the side. Loosen up the hose clamp that holds it to the turbo horn. Take it off, set it aside. And in the process of doing that off the turbo horn, you are going to have this hose clamp that holds on to the six box, whatever the heck it's for. I don't know what it's for. I guess it's pre-backload plug. I don't know. Anyway, once you get to that point, you want to take your clamp loose on your intercooler here. 7/16 shallow socket on a 1/4 inch drive ratchet works the best. You'll take it loose. And me, I've already pulled the inner fender well out of this truck the other day, just to have it out of my way. You can get right to the other one, which is right there. You can see it hanging there. You can get right to it and take it loose. Then you gotta turn the night shot on so y'all can see here. Let's see here. Backlight. There we go. I don't know if that's doing the right thing or not. Yeah. Anyway, there's a plug right there, and the dang light's not coming on for some reason. It shows backlight, but I ain't seeing it coming on. Let's see here. There we go. That plug right there is when you unplug. This other plug here is for the water fuel sensor, which is no longer on this truck. They ripped it off. I don't know why, but they did. But that plug here you gotta unplug. And then once you get your intercooler hose out of the way, which is laying right there, let me turn this night shot off again. You get access to your two fuel lines. One's here, the other one's back here. This fuel line does not look the best. Let me get some better light. Sound like I got a little night light. Kind of does some weird stuff. Oh, sorry about that. Y'all can see that hose does not look the greatest. It's pretty cracky, and that one's not too bad. Of course, you can see the marks where I poured off the pliers, but anyway, you want to take those two lines loose, get them off. I spun my filter off before I started this, just because it's a brand new filter. But you don't have to. You can wait till that last, because you can put it in the vise and then take it off. But it's easier to take it off before you do this. And then you got two bolts that slip through these holes that hold the primer housing on. It takes a 12mm wrench. Take those two bolts off, and they are sitting right there. Now I am going to replace that fuel line. I just got to go to town and get some new line and replace that. Sorry about that. And once you get those bolts loose, you can pull this off completely. Take it over here. Of course, me, I put it on my bench here. So I started taking it apart. And what you do from here, you have your wiring harness here, stuck here, and the ground will be right here on that screw. Pry this up, take it off, take your 3 screws off, which they are T25 Torx head screws. That spring will pop all this apart. Set your wiring harness aside, and you get to this point. Now, I'm going to set the camera up somewhere, hopefully. While I do this, I'll throw my gloves back on and get a video of it. I got to figure this out because I got a little bitty tripod on here that don't seem to work with a damn. But I'm going to see if I can get y'all guys in the spot here to get a good shot where y'all can see what I'm doing for the rebuild process. And there are some other videos on YouTube about this. Probably better quality than my video is going to be, but I'm going to see what I can get accomplished here. So you're going to have to hang in there with me for a minute. It's going to be a little bouncy and jerky and everything else. I get it set. Alright, now you guys are in the screen there. Now I'm going to flip this over so I can see and I can watch the view so I can see where it's at and if it'll work with me. That's good enough for me to see. And I don't mind the mess around it. That's no big deal. Of course, you can tell the towel I got sitting on is pretty nasty and dirty. So, but if you guys are doing this and you pull your filter off, you're going to reuse your filter like I am, because I put it on there 2 days ago. It hadn't had 5 minutes runtime on the filter. You will have to do one thing. I'll show you that here in just a second. Especially if you buy one from AutoZone, because that filter is a little bit different of a rubber. You want to flip it over. If you see right here, that's actually the gasket that goes inside that filter. So let me go grab my picks over the truck. Light me a cigarette. Yes, I'm still smoking. Ain't no point smoke till the day I die. Which if I keep smoking, probably won't be very long. Now what I'm going to do is get underneath that rubber with that pick without hurting it. Just kind of pull it up. And using the back end like this so it don't poke it. Okay? Then I'll stick this back into the filter. Like I said over here in the cup draining. So it's back in there so I ain't got to worry about that. So next I'm going to remove the spring out. Put it in the cup the way it goes. Pull this guy off here, because there's an O-ring down here you got to replace. And I wish I had some towels, but I don't. I'm all out, so I use my shirt. I hate doing that. I hate using my shirt for towels, but you know what? Sometimes you do what you got to do. And with this kit, you order it. I ordered mine through Amazon. It's a Dorman. You can get it probably from, I'm sure AutoZone. You can order it through it. It will come with some instructions here. I'm going to set the box aside. And it goes over instructions here. It says a T20 Torx. And it gives you pictures, the whole 9 yards, so I can get you in frame there. Comes with a new bleeder screw, which is notorious for screwing up, but this is not the upgraded, so it is the plastic one. Tells you where all the O-rings are at and the whole 9 yards. Just simple stuff. So, it's pretty nice paper too. It's not just standard printer paper. This got that glossy sheen to it. Kind of squeaks every time you touch it. Now, since you get to this point, and keep in mind this is the first one I've done, but I've seen enough, read enough, I know what to do. I'm going to save these seals to do for last, because that one you can tell is pretty rough. Well ate up and beat down, and that's the one I believe is leaking. Because that's this top one is for your down pressure to get the pressure in. The bottom one is when it comes up. It has a double suction, basically a two-way pump. That's what I believe is leaking and sucking air from. Now, next thing here, since this thing's tore up, you can't really use a flathead screwdriver to take it out because it's already destroyed. Some use a pair of pliers, and maybe this might work. I'm not going to say it is because these pliers are not the best, but this plug's not that great either. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, we got it loose. Now we'll take a flathead screwdriver if it'll grab anywhere and just twist it out. Now you'll notice there is an O-ring on that screw. We don't need it. It's junk, trash, throw it away. Pick up my screwdriver down here. Now we're going to flip this guy over, because because we'll change that O-ring when we get ready to put it back together. Because I will probably take and clean it up a little bit. Find a rag somewhere. I'm sure I got one somewhere. But we're going to take that Torx, same one, and take 2 screws in the bottomless. You'll see this one and this one. You're going to be careful when taking this off. Because this is, I guess, supposedly a heater. That's got the screws loose. You're going to flip it over. Screws are out. And you want to press on the prong. And it pops it right out. Yeah. Yep. Telltale signs. See the rust on them? Yep. Geez, had some water in that tank. Whoop. One thing you don't want to do is what I just did. I dropped the little plastic ball that goes inside there. So that's got to be cleaned up before it goes back together. Now you want to flip this back over. Okay, you got a O-ring right here in the bottom. There's an O-ring inside here where that stem goes through. You gotta get that one out. Love the smell of diesel. Gives you such a headache. I just take my pick and I pick at it till I get it out of there. And there it is. Little bitty O-ring. Trash. And while you're here, you can check this flapper, make sure it's sitting right. You see, you can pull both sides. That's for the pump. That's the dual acting pump right there. The kit doesn't come with that. It comes with no O-rings and seals to seal it up. They're all in this nifty bag. You get new screws and everything with it. The screws are too long, so I won't use them. I'm going to reuse the old screws. Can't even get the bag open with these damn gloves. So now we want to open that up. And it's a lot better if you got a clean tabletop and nice clean rags. As you see, your new nut already come with one. That is the new one. And you got O-rings here, there, and everywhere. And that O-ring doesn't look the best out of the box, but it's not that big of a deal. Now we're going to reinstall this O-ring, the small one, into the port where the heater goes through. Push it on down in there. Make sure she's seated and she's good. Now take the second smallest one, and it goes over the spring, center spring there, which actually holds the ball and all the other jacky jazz. Kind of pain the butt with gloves and all this other junk, but you slide it in there just like that, right where it goes. Okay, now that part is done. Now you can take your heater, which appears to be in probably not the best of shape. I'm going to hit this with a little bit of carburetor cleaner, just kind of knock some of the gunk off of it. And you take and clean that up. Sure, we'll waffle up the gloves real quick. I'll just drop it though, why don't I? Yeah, why some of the kilo. So I'm gonna set that there, and then we'll clean the ball up. Ball, I'm just gonna use my shirt, just kind of wipe the dirt back off of it. Set the ball on the spring. Take your heater and line it back where it goes. Make sure it gets in. Just want to take a little bit to push through that O-ring, twist a little bit if you have to, and then push it on in there. Put your screws back in there. and then tighten the screws down. Yeah, Mama's coming. Maybe we can get her in the video today.
What?
Get you in the video today.
What? What's the arrow?
She doesn't like the YouTube videos, guys. She ain't out of the way.
No, if I don't like them, I just don't like being on them.
Well, I ain't on them. I'm in them. So there's a difference. I need a couple paper towels. Can you bring me a couple, please?
We're out.
Down the truck with you. Get back, buddy. I don't want you touching, losing these.
Where's Ron?
Digging for gold there, are we?
Hello.
Where?
On the damn bumper where you left them.
You said rags, not cigarettes.
No, they're in the house somewhere. Go grab one of my old shirts out of the closet.
I'm fit to smoke. Brayden, go get an old shirt for Daddy.
You don't know no shirts. I'll bring one of my new ones.
But
Anyway, I can't get no rags, can't get no helpers out here. Anyway, we'll get back to the process, and if it gets dark and it runs it, too bad. It's not my truck anyway.
we'll go get rags.
So now, we're going to flip over and take this gasket off the
Brayden,
top there,
go get those rags.
throw it away, get the new one,
Get a shit their old t-shirt from Mommy's or Daddy's.
and install. It's a little loose fitting.
Go. Oh, Mommy wants her truck fixed right, so go.
And now, we've got that done, we'll focus on these. Now these do go on two different ways. The lip goes on this one, from here, this way, and the lip's on this side and this one. So there is opposing seals. And these are the actual seals for the pump that allow the pump to work properly. She's over my shoulder, but she don't want to be in the video.
Who would have thought you'd do a video over my beast?
And now we'll reinstall the new ones. You want to keep a hold of this, you can go into the next set there. It's just gonna be a pain in my butt. I lost it. You can use that pick as long as you don't stick it. Poke it, you'll be alright. And just work it into there just like so. Which now I gotta get the flip over the right way.
Put it on backwards, did you?
No, it twisted on me. I gotta take it all the way off. And yes, it will twist on you if you don't watch it. Pain in the butt. But I just use my pick just like that, just to work it into the next groove. And boom, Bob's your uncle, you're done on that one. Now next one, the lips gotta be opposite of each other.
Get out of my truck, baby.
The wall life, folks. The wall life.
Stop. You're going to lose stuff. Stop. Leave things alone.
And people wonder why I can't get stuff done.
Come on. Let me help you down.
And then you'll see a twist on you, so it's kind of a pain in the butt.
Come on, back.
So you get that pick behind it, just kind of pull it a little bit, and then you can work it in there, just like so. Get my other pick, might be a little easier.
Oh, my sweet baby.
Sorry for the background noise, fellas.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. They're making a lot of racket. Alright, now we got the seals in the right way. And if I had a rag, I'd use a rag, but I don't.
When I get there smoking, I'll go get you a rag.
Well, it's too late by then.
Of course, you don't want to wait.
No. I don't, my dear. So once I get this video done, it's already going on 20 minutes. With that cleaned up, the best I can get with my shirt, just reinstall it back on here, like so. Then you want to take your cap, which is plumb filthy, slide it back in, the cap back into the ring. Look at your spring, put your spring back in there. And I note on this, since it's so dirty, it's already got the spot. You can see where the ground wire was at. Makes it easier to kind of go back together. But in this instance, I'm going to do it this way. Oh, if I can find my WD-40, that'd be nice. With some WD-40 on it, that just helps as a lubricant. And then we'll just take this one, the actual primer cap itself, and just try to work it over that. Easy way is take a little pick, just kind of ease it off in there. So don't bend the lip over backwards without poking it. As you see, I'm using the long side, and then it slides right back over it. Now you can put your ring back on. Spring's already in there, so put the spring there and slide it down over it. Now you're going to want to hold it, because it will spring back off, shoot you in the eyeball. I'm gonna get these little screws are kind of hard to get started. Big old gaudy hands like mine just don't want to work with little bitty screws. And I am going to go ahead and snug these down just a little bit for one simple reason: is this hole is where the ground goes, so I don't want to put that screw on just yet. I'm going to snug just enough to where I can let go of that primer button, grab my wiring harness, and I want to install my ground first before I hook the fuel heater up. Now I'll press back down that primer button, and away I go. So it's on there. So now I just want to snug these up a little bit, a little at a time. That's to not overdo one or the other. So that one's bottomed out, so we'll come to this one, get it bottomed out, and then I'll go back around and tighten them, which are no torque specs that I know of. I'm sure there might be, but now we can just tighten her down. And that's done. Reconnect your wire. And there you go. See, it's officially gone through and redone. New seals, new O-rings. The only thing left to do is put your bleeder valve screw in. And guys, whenever I prime my filters up, I do not release these or take these loose. I just pump them up with the primer. And if there's any air in it, trust me, it'll find its way out real quick. So I'm going to snug this down. And you see the screwdriver's already stripping it off. And I don't have a 7/16 wrench up here. Everything but. So I'm going to use the handy pliers again. We're not going to get it super tight. Just tight enough to where it'll snug and not leak. Right there. And it's rebuilt. That's all there is to it. Simple, easy, not that bad. So, take these gloves off. Hate them. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Now it's just putting it all back together. Prime it up. Oh, sorry about that. Prime it up. Clear the code, fire it up, and see if it resets. And if it doesn't, I know I got other problems. So, it's just the same thing, reverse process. I'm putting it all back together. So, that will conclude this video. And I'll do another one if the code comes back on, and we'll start troubleshooting for other stuff. So, until then, take it easy. Comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Hello, tubers. This is Robert 28, 1979. I'm doing a little quick video right now. And I've been so dang busy here lately, I ain't had time with all the rain and everything else. This truck, I gotta put an injector pump on it. Of course, it's got a freaking destroyed shop. There's a new injector pump. Gotta put that on this truck. I'll get videos of that. No. The wildlife. Then on top of that, guys, that white car, got to put a new motor cradle underneath the front end of it. It's destroyed. About that, they got to work on that. Get it up and going. Nothing wrong with that yet. Oh, got this here too. Got to rebuild the gearbox. And y'all got to see them get some things moved and stuff. Oh, I don't feel very good today. That's just here, sitting here, because the neighbor's yard flooded with 30 feet of water. So it's sitting here. Just some update video. My black does now against my shop back here. Did a lot of mowing and weed eating, and got a whole lot of junk to clean out of here. Get loaded up. And that is coming soon. Of course, they got to work on this truck, but the guy never brought me the motor. That lawnmower in there, I picked it up, fixed it, did some work on the mower deck, got it going, so that's the wife's mower. And then I'll show y'all guys what I picked up. The old Craftsman in the previous video, got it up and going, mowed with it. Traded it in that little trailer I had for this thing. 1980 Datsun 4-wheel drive truck. Starts and runs. Needs some work. To this tire and the front tire go flat. Just a hunkered piece of junk. But the main reason I wanted it, divorced transfer case. That's right, it has a divorced transfer case in here. So you can put whatever motor and transmission you want in the thing, modify, and go. Look at there. I got that thing loaded. Like I said, we are in the processes of cleaning up this place. Getting all this crap done, and see a lot more to go. But those are the updates. That's what I'm doing. Projects I get done. I'm fixing to be leaving next month for 10 days to go to Arkansas, Oklahoma, all over top parts of Texas. So, gonna do a Murphy run, changing banners. And if everything goes well, goes as planned, y'all see another piece of equipment sitting out here pretty soon. I'm not gonna let y'all know what it is till it shows up, if I get it. But other than that, that's what's going on here. So just a little updated video. The wildlife. Anyway, folks, we'll see y'all shortly when I start doing the injector pump. Well then, rate, comment, subscribe. Hello, tubers. Hey, tubers, this is Robert 28, 1979. Yeah, as y'all can see, I'm already getting started on this. What I've done, I've drained the radiator already. taking the intercooler hose out. I've got the PVC hose loose from right there. The breather tube out. Took that battery out. I've got the power lines or the connector disconnected from the AC compressor. And that's pretty much about where I've gotten to. This coolant hose here, I took it loose up top because I've got to replace it. It's leaking. So, and I'm gonna try to do this in a bunch of little steps. Make one long video. Just piece them all together. Next step, I'm gonna take that cover off over there. That's where the transmission control module is at, and take this fan shroud off. Then from there, I'm gonna have to go get the tools from town so I can get this clutch fan off. Oh, excuse me, this clutch fan off. Then I'll take the belt off, take the AC compressor loose, move it, take the alternator off, move it. Power steering pump's gotta come off. Then I'm probably gonna end up just completely taking off completely because I'm gonna have to replace the power steering pump. I asked him for a couple. He brought me 3. Them are big. Thank you, buddy. But I'll get the power steering pump off. I'm going to get the upper radiator hose off. And then I'm going to start tearing into the front part of this to get it down so I can get that CP3 out of there. Like I said, I will do videos. I'll cut in when I get so far, bring y'all back, explain what I've done. Try to do a better in-depth video of injector pump replacement on these LB7 Duramaxes. So, with that said, I'll see y'all guys in a split second. For y'all, it'll be a split second. For me, it'll probably be about an hour. So, we'll see y'all in just a second. Alright, here we are. Pull the alternator off.
But you gotta be quiet.
And in the meantime of doing this video, the wildlife here is going to learn how to do his own little video. 15mm bolts, takes the alternator off, it's only 2 of them. The wires, 12mm takes out your 4 bolts for your thermostat housing. The 2 bolts here that hold it, the crossover, is over there along with the alternator. Power steering pump, you got 3 15mm bolts. See my hand here? 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And you got 2 on the side of this. You go through that bracket there. Come through both to the side. Get those done and get this pulled off. Transmission controller's there, so you're upside down trying to do this one-handed. You get to this point, you're kind of at a standstill, kind of, until you get a fan clutch removal tool. I gotta go rent one. I've got big enough wrenches, I just don't have a big enough chain wrench to go around that pulley to lock her down. So that's where I'm at, but it is looking like I'm going to have to take the turbo horn off, because I got to take the intake piece off, just 8 bolts.
I don't know.
You don't know? I'm going to pull those 8 bolts out, get the intake horn right here off. But you have to take the horn off to get that horn off, which is ridiculous. And then I'll get the front mounts, the air conditioner bracket, and the alternator bracket have got to come off in order to get access to the mount bolts for the injector pump. And then I got to take my water jet crossover pipe, got to take it out. There's still a whole lot left to do to get done, but without certain tools I can't get any further, so I got to go get those. And then we'll do some more video. And
Yeah. I'll do some more.
so far, I'll at the end of this job, the whole process, I'll break it down what all tools you're going to need. I mean, you're going to need needle nose pliers, some long reach pliers if you got them, pry screwdriver, a couple flat heads, 15 millimeter, 12 millimeter, 13 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 9 millimeter, plenty of extensions, and a guaranteed must, a whole full assortment of cuss words, because you're going to cuss. Because you're going to pop your knuckles 100 times. I almost call it the drill guard. Love that part of it. Slide right down so you're going to fall. But that's what I've done. You see, we got to go get thermostats. We got to get a coolant hose for that side.
Yeah, we do.
A couple other stuff and that tool, and then we'll be back. So we'll see y'all in a second. Alright guys, I'm back. Smooth like a recluse. Alright, let me get up here. So I got the wildlife up here, folks. The wildlife. Y'all can see, and of course you can't hear nothing because she's got a damn video going over on her phone. Yeah, the wife. See she on video for the first time, guys. What I had to do is take the fan off. Once you get the fan off, then you get the bolts to get the air conditioning bracket off, and then you take the bolts out to get your alternator bracket off. I'll show you on the back side here. It's a little shaky, forgive me. Got 1, 2, 3, and a 4 at the bottom. Same thing on this side. You got 1, 2, 3, and then there's one more. I'm not seeing her else back. Come on, focus camera. There we go. Once you do that, then you gotta take this off before you get the bracket off. That's your fuel test port. You gotta take the fuel line here to the injector pump loose. Fuel line up here on the top loose. One more down here to the bottom. You can see it right where my fingers at. If I can get you in there. Rubber line you gotta pop off right here. Loose. Then you gotta take your fuel line loose from your fuel rail here. It reads under this one, under here, back across here to that open port there. Now you have to take this bolt loose, which goes in underneath there. Can't see the plugs right there on it. Plugs in right here. And you got 2 nuts you got to take off right there. This ain't showing it very well. My cameras ain't got no light right now. It's broke. Take those loose and you can pull this line up, get out of the way so you get this fuel line out from under here. Wiggle out of your way. Then you take this bolt loose. I'm going to turn this night shot on so y'all can see. Hold on, they brought me a flashlight. That bolt there, and there's one below it. You got to take both those out. And same thing on the other side. That pump is loose. I just have not popped it out yet. I do have plenty of clearance to get it out and get it up out of that hole. Should not have to take these intake manifolds off at all. If all goes well, I should have slide it right through there and wiggle it up and out. So, I'll keep you posted. I'm kind of worried about this block here. I might have to move this block right there. It's a fuel block. I might have to move that junction block out of the way. So I gotta do it from there from the next return fuel lines. So, that's where I'm at. A lot of stuff you gotta take apart. A shitload of bolts, shoot load of bolts, and a whole enormous size bag of cuss words. You're gonna need them. Other than that, the only other thing you're gonna need, other than a 17mm wrench for the thickum bolt there, benjo bolt, is the wall light. I ain't gonna call that wall light, that's scary light. It scared the crap out of you. But I'm trying to think if I missed anything here so far. I mean, y'all can see power steering pump, transmission control module, hose is missing, and this, that, and one thing and the other. Pretty self-explanatory. Oh, and by the way, the threads on the clutch band are a right-hand thread. They are not reverse threads. They are not left hands. They are right-hand, just like the normal bolt. Took me a while to figure that one out, but yes, they are right-hand threads.
More crackers.
So, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Another nut is pretty much about all, other than having to drain the antifreeze. I forgot to mention that one. But now I'm ready to get some gloves back on, pop this pump out, and get it on the table, and then we'll get back to you then. GMC. Alright guys, I'm back. It's like, according to my clock, it's like almost 8:40. And as y'all can see, yeah, maybe not because of the damn light. Oh, there's what I'm using. Let me crawl up here real quick. Alright. As y'all guys can see here, I've had to remove the air horn and the air intake crossover. Got a little, some cleaning to do off in that valley. It's kind of nasty. Get all that cleaned up in there. 10mm bolts on the air horn intake. The bottom two have nuts and studs in there. I'm trying to see if you can see that stud right there. Trying to do it with the. Let me get the. Of course, there's my phone. I'll call whoever's calling back. There's the studs. Anyway, I had to take that out, disconnect all kind of wiring. The junction block over here for the fuel, which is right there. Had to take that out. Had to take the one out for the other side. Yeah, whole lot of stuff. This line here, still line. I ended up having to bend that up out of my way because I didn't want to take all this crap on this side loose just to get to it all, so I just bend it. It'll be just fine. It'll go back into place, no problem. It's got banjo fittings that hold it. Yeah, it's a whole pain in the butt. I'm going to change that little hose right here. That's actually for the coolant. As you can see on down there, you can't really see. My camera's not really small to fit in there. You see where it's been leaking, so I'm going to fix that. Clean all the insulation crap out of that valley. Get all that nice and clean up in there. And, yeah, there's the air intake, the crossover. I'm just hoping I remember all 5,000 of these damn bolts go. Like I got bolts all across up top there, up here in the radiator. I got them everywhere. And that little tube here, that goes from this plug here back up to your thermostat housing, and that little spout off of it hooks that rubber line I'm going to replace. So that you gotta watch out, there's an O-ring down here. I'm gonna replace that. I got some O-ring kits. I'm gonna replace that. The O-ring on the top half of it, which goes into the thermostat housing there. I gotta replace that one and get all the silicone off it, where somebody siliconed the snipes out of it last time they were into this motor changing that water pump. So, with that being said, yep, there's a whole lot. Don't really require a whole lot of tools. A 3/4 inch wrench, 15mm, 19mm, 17mm, 1/2 inch. Let's see, socket, same size as the sockets, 10mm socket, 1/4 inch ratchet. I've got probably 2 feet of extensions for it. Need every bit of them. Pliers. I'll go through when I clean up everything, and before I edit this video, I'll put it in the bottom, a list of all the tools needed, what bolts are where, sizes, nuts, all that good fun stuff. But yeah, that's where it is. The injector pump is out. And yes, it is a pain in the ass. I started on this about, probably 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning. According to my clock, it says 8:45. Holy cow, watch it. It's a walleye. Oh, he's in prey mode. Ah, he's in prey mode. Ah. But anyway, here's the new injector pump. We're going to set it on over here. And there's the old injector pump. I've got to get this nut off, the gear off, and this mounting bracket here in the front to put onto here. And I may do that in a minute. But I tried to pull this thing out before I took the air crossover pipe out. Turn this damn TV down. Jeez.
And then told you to drive here? Alarm first. Like, how did you do that? Why did you do that? And your mechanics did this to you. Why do you cut the hose?
Jeez Louise, can't hear myself think. But anyway, that's where it is. I hope like the hell this fix solves the problem. But like I said, I tried to pull this thing out before taking the air cross out, so I took out the fuel pressure regulator, and now I got to put it all back on, clean it all up, put it back on there. You know, I'll put a note in the box letting them know I pulled that off, and I pulled this injector pump off, trying to get it out. Realized I had to take more stuff apart. So, but man, that is a grimy, greasy, dirty, nasty son of a gun. Compared to this nice, clean, pretty one. Remanufactured. Alright, now, part of this video I kind of like doing. The wife doesn't care for me to do it too much. In his carnivorous state. What a weird kiddo. Anyway, if you guys out there searching, looking, skagging prices and everything, this place here is called the dieselstore.com. They're the only ones I found that will actually bill you. You pay for your injector pump, which is $555 that I paid for it. $800 is core charge. So there's core charge, there's part number, all my information there. See here. See a total amount there? Don't let that freak you out, guys. Okay? These are the only people I found that you can purchase the pump for $555. They put the core charge on the invoice, but they do not charge you the core fee until 30 days. You read right here. Cores that are not returned within 30 days of the invoice will be billed to the credit card on file. When you buy the pump, you do have to call them and give them your credit card number to have on file. So if this is not returned in 30 days, they'll charge you that $800. Everywhere else, charge you the core charge up front. For some people, that might be the way to go if you plan on trying to keep your old pump, because they do have rebuild kits and stuff. You can rebuild them. I didn't want to mess with that because it's just a pain in the ass. So, with that being said, that's what it cost. Uh-oh, there's my phone again. Anyways, if you're watching this video, please forgive the poor quality. I'm kind of doing this on a whim and in a hurry. If there's anything I've missed or you got questions about, please feel free to call or call me. Well, you saw my number. You can call me. If you have any questions as far as anything that I might have missed, you can message me, call me, whatever. I don't care. I don't mind. And I can give you the best advice I can on what process I took on what part or what piece. And I'm not going to really do so much of the reinstall because it's basically the same coming apart. You just go in reverse order putting it back together. But I will say the other thing you really want to have during this job, a good flashlight for one, or a good drop light, which I'm getting another one, is one of these guys. Bought from Harbor Freight. Okay, it's a flexible. If it works, when it works. It's got a light inside and it's magnetized in. Good for getting in that tight little spot under the injector pump to get those little nuts and bolts that fall in there. So, but anyway, like I said, I do apologize on the quality of the video. I'm just trying to do it as quick as I can, splice all these together. But if you have any questions, please feel free to, like I said, message me, call, something like that, because I do have pretty much torque specs on this, and I did buy a book, which I'll show y'all here. Haynes Tech book for Duramax diesel engine repair. It gives you all your torque specs and everything else. It's pretty good. Pretty good little manual, other than other detail. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this little segment, and I'll see y'all in the next one as I start working on the injector pump and getting swapping parts and pieces around and the whole good jazz. So see y'all in a second. Alright guys, I'm gonna start working on this pump now. And for reference, the nut torque, I'm trying to think what it's actually really called, the thrust nut or something like that, torque spec on that is 55 foot-pounds. And I'm just going to try to get it in this vise as best I can. Get a little lip here, you're going to put the device on. I'm not going to crunch it too much. Looks like either way I turn it, it's going to spew diesel. Whoa, holy cow. Getting diesel going everywhere here. Whew, that's not very fun. Alright. Now I'm going to crank this sucker over and drain it. Get all the old diesel out of it. It's got to be empty whenever you ship it to them.
Shoot!
Yeah, it seems to be pretty dang close to where it needs to be. Oh, diesel. Love the smell of diesel. Main ingredient, diesel. And as you'll see on
When you move it, the oil comes out.
as y'all see on Wub Pump Life, if you're watching his videos, the back window of his truck, real trucks don't have spark plugs. This is diesel. So, with that being said, I'm going to get the fuel pressure regulator, get it put back in real fast.
I just don't need to use it. I need different ones. Whoa! Look at that! Look at that size red shark. Good. I want to look first. What does it work?
Granny, grab me a towel. Okay.
Yeah, so let's do that. And let's do it over here.
Go on. You just go. Oops, sorry. Go.
Oh, I'm listening.
No, because you're messing with my welder, my regulator. You need to stop that, buddy.
I'm fine. I'm just fine.
You're not just fine. You're just crazy.
No, I'm trying to work on something.
You're crazy.
Would you let me work on something? Don't let me work on something?
Work on your attitude, dude. Alright.
Oh, I need to use this thing.
You need to use it?
Yeah.
What did you use it for?
I don't know.
No, don't be over tearing up my file.
But I'll stop for it.
Ugh. The wall life, folks. The wall life. Holy moly. I'm gonna get this pure pressure regulator put back in. Tightened up.
Whoa, wait.
Well, the wall life hunts for something here. I don't know what.
No, stop.
You do not have to take this out. I did this just mainly trying to see if I can get the squeeze through without taking the crossover air intake off. Or the upper air intake, as they call it. I was just trying to get it through quicker and faster without doing the job proper, I guess you say. Alright. Okay, no playtime with it, buddy.
Okay.
Holy moly. Alright.
I'll try this.
Bud, please, out of the way here, okay? Let me do this. And I got the video going. So I can do this part.
Hi.
Tries to be so cute. There ain't much way you can lock that down, but we're going to do it this way.
Dad,
Yay.
I want the bear for me too. So while I'm working too. Like you.
Little bit.
Working.
That's right here. 1 1/16. Right nut squared on there. See, y'all guys are praying good. Alright. This may get a little noisy. Yeah, if I can find my impact. My big one, kids ran off with, I'm sure. They say no, that means yeah. Put my 7/8 back up where it goes. Whew! Skunk outside somewhere. Smell it? I think that was a daddy skunk. Smell-o-vision. Coming to you soon. Okay. We're going to bump it up and we're going to spin this puppy over. Huh. That wasn't why so much pump it over. Just come loose. Watch out, little one. What are you doing with my tools?
Working on the thingy.
Working on the thingy. On the tractor, the motor, the riding lawnmower. There's going to be the hot rod mower. Uh-oh. That didn't sound too good.
What?
Oh, the wind got sucked out of my air conditioner. Nice brass washer. Now this part is going to be monotonous for you guys, and I apologize.
Yep, it sure did. It sure did.
The fun part, getting this guy here off.
And not the crap out his air conditioner.
Alright, let's get a gear puller set up. Don't. We're going to do the little guy. Little guy looks like he's ready for some action. Ooh. Little guy might not work. There's not a whole lot of room to grab onto this gear. Uh-oh. I hear Mama. She's back in my truck. Means she didn't wreck it. Yay.
I want to see if they're not. Yeah.
This may not work, and if it pops off and scares you, I'm sorry.
Give me that. I need that.
I cannot be responsible for the scaring of the viewers.
I know I need that.
I actually need my old style one, which I no longer have. Too big. And my 5/8 is missing out of that set.
Your what, eight?
The wall life is back, folks. The wall life is back.
It's like down in
Marina.
Uh-oh. Jagabuki.
No. Take this to my room.
We're just gonna swap over to the small impact. Bring me the small impact.
David.
What's that for?
Break my new light before I even get to use it. Sweet. That may work.
Try to text you.
I didn't respond.
Clearly.
Oh, look at that, guys. It actually got it off. Oh, I'm shocked.
Got it out. Sweet. Lampers. 8 hours of labor.
8 hours of labor?
8 hours of
Friday, Saturday.
I got a video rolling, buddy, so you're screaming it. It's very loud on them.
You need to take. I'm sorry, Coopers.
I'm sorry, Cooper.
Coopers are saying, prove it. Prove it. Come here real quick.
What, Daddy?
Keep that look. This is the wall life. The Javelin wall life.
I've got a
You have to
video.
go to a dealership to get a key made.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't get just a,
Nope.
a door key?
Nope. So do you want me to keep it?
Yeah, just hold on to that
Guess
key.
what? I can't. My daddy wants me.
I'll just put the key on my chain and put the key fob, or see about ordering the key fob. Just keep it in my pocket at all times. To where if I ever lock my key, or if you ever lock my keys in my truck. Alright, that's done.
Why are you taking that off?
Now,
What? Wait, Daddy.
that's the oddest setup I've ever seen in my entire life.
A keyring for us?
Daddy is on doing Coopers. Go ahead.
That is odd. Everything else I've seen,
I'll see what I can do.
as far as injector pumps, have regular bolts. These have these in it. The bolt head here and the spacer. You got one here, one back here, and one more over here. You've got to remove those to get your adapter plate off the front. The wall light, folks. He's attacking my tools.
Find,
Watch out, Bubba. Got to find the socket and she's over there. No, come on now. I got your brother standing with me. Step back.
what are you talking about?
Let's get the tool I need, folks. Give me just a second here. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Everybody in the same driveway here. What's up with that? I'm going to stick the sticker glue kids on you.
Hi, folks.
You're silly. I see, right in a swamp.
Alright. Now, let's extract these bolts.
So my key ring, why do you want in the house? You can call me all the time.
Bolt number 1.
That was mine.
Trying to get that spacer, there's a pain in the booty.
Mommy, I want that house key.
No.
Button number 2.
Where did I get that to?
I'll get you no.
Button number 3. Out of there.
No.
I'm ready to one.
Not.
All right.
I'm not hearing. Stop.
Now we'll set the pump back up in the base. Just like so. Get some dirty hands. I need a napkin, please. Napkin, please.
All right. Get on a napkin.
Over there on the bumper. David, please get down from there, please. This is my tools and parts. Get down, now.
Okay.
Brayden has some small little key rings, but this box and I have these ones. House, I quite remember, but something around the house. All these good something around here.
Watch out, buddy. Watch out, buddy. People on YouTube probably get bored out of their mind right now watching this dull video. Okay, I'm back with pry bar. You guys still in the frame?
Oh,
We're going to pry this little face adapter off here.
No, it's not.
Just, man, it doesn't want to come off. It don't want a divorce. Wants to stay married. Try to be delicate here so I don't break it. Okay, one pry bar on one side, we'll get a pry bar on the other side. Get a small guy. There we go. She's coming now. Oh, I got my handle dirty. It is dirty. You gotta clean that up. Now when you order that injector pump, it does come with a new O-ring for inside here. But here, you need to replace this O-ring. And no, my kit is not going to have one. Holy cow. That thing is on there pretty good, folks.
Shannon, would you put this one onto my brain?
Man.
I want to stay in the food.
That thing is really on there. There we go. Alright, it's off there. Now we can set it up and start cleaning these parts. Get them put back on the new injector pumps. It's just reverse order. This pump is pretty good.
You go put it right back here now. Get this from him.
So now all I gotta do is take all the covers off all the lines off this other injector pump, put it on this one, throw some towels up in it to help dry up some of that diesel, spray it down, wrap it up, and ship it back to them. Because when you buy it, they do provide you with a return shipping label. So shipping cost is already paid for on the return. So, but yeah, all that just in reverse order. So I'll get another video when I'm done, when I get all back together at the first start. So until then, please subscribe, rate, comment. Let me know what y'all guys think, and we'll see y'all guys in the next video. So until then, y'all take it easy and have a good day.